Hue of wisdom to turn us right, a shade of rain to pass the light. Through lamplight and shadows past, we seek what's left of the lies we cast. One last appeal for Dick. I approve of that. Alright, let's... open this. Just get that there. I'm going to draft in the house a tiny bit. Try to get myself some more steps. Try to get myself maybe running shoes. So I can spend more time out here without worrying about it. They sound like directions. They certainly do sound like directions, but it's not necessarily clear what the directions are. Because that is the puzzle indeed. Salt shaker. Kitchen. I can buy a whole bunch of stuff. Buy a whole bunch of steps. Draft a bunch of green rooms. Buy the chef's salad. I mean, already we're doing okay with steps. We're at 94, so we've see, cloister I have at standard, which is perfect. Terrace at standard. Security is common. Fine with all that. Give me turnips. No turnips? Sure. Chapel. Good old Chapel Roan. Yeah, try to just gain a bunch of steps, maybe get running shoes, and then connect up to the foundation. And then I can just go from there. Study. Hopefully this door isn't locked. That would suck. I should have checked. It's not. Okay. Ooh, God, I want the observatory, but we need something with doors. Take cloister there. Also something else about, there it is. Turnips. Give me all the turnips. Sure, solarium. I feel luckier. Courtyard seems lovely. Silver key. Break room there is good. Sure, trophy room. Gallery. Room 8 key. Morning room. Car keys. I love the morning room. Anything that goes through would be good. Or a nursery. Now that we've exhausted most of the... It's still hanging around. There we go. Alright, math puzzle. Let's see. What is that? 16 times 1 is 16? Ugh. I was hoping for easy ones. Okay. 20, like, minus 4. Still 20, basically. Minus 12 rounds up to 10. Minus 7. It goes... Oh, minus... Hang on. No. Still rounds up to 10. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Ooh, dice. Take observatory for the spiral. Then lose 3 steps 4. Okay. Take gymnasium, which often has, yeah, running shoes in it. Take aquarium, gain some steps. We'll ignore the compass. Take the planetarium, because it has a prism key. And I'm still not convinced I'm not going to need one of those. Guess treasure trove goes the right direction anyway. What do we want now? We want bedrooms now. Alright, what do you have to say? You're a black box with a moon. Still opening these, just in case. You must don the mantle of the night to perform the ritual of casting. That's false. False. Green memo. We're well past that part. We're beyond that. Okay. Let's try to connect to the foundation. Workshop. Do I want to make anything? I don't have a battery pack, huh? Foyer goes through. Oh my god, we're gonna have so many steps. Kaneki Kun TV, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Sure, classroom. Just gonna keep drafting till we run out of stuff to put in here. Office. Hope you're having a lovely day. I can run a lab experiment. Not that it will really help, but why not? Check the messages. Nothing new. Glad to hear you're having a good day. Are you a Blueprints fan? Sure. Came from Kit. Oh, nice. Well, nice to meet you. Servants' quarters, sure. Gain some steps. We enjoy Kit. Master bedroom's a lot of steps. We could just take that and run with it. I don't know that we're gonna get better. But what the hell? Since I've already started like drafting the house, I want to draft it like, you know, properly. Try to put master bedroom here. Or I could just do bunk room here. Gain a bunch of steps that way. Aquariums. Yeah, now we're just gonna get a shit ton of aquariums. Which is nice, because those are all extra steps. How many steps do you think we can get? Do you think we can get over 200 steps? I think we can. Let's just put boudoir there. If we had a sleeping mask, this would be easy. This is ridiculous. Now we'll take dining room. Have dinner. Alright, we're well over 200 steps now. Have dinner, have lunch. Ooh, lost and found. Lost our salt shaker. It's fine. Got repellent. I was hoping for a telescope. They're like, you already have all the major keys. Fuck off. Alright, let's just see if we can draft anything extra fun here. It's gonna all be aquariums. Freezer. Cool. Even though it's gonna unlikely be useful at all, we'll start tomorrow with a shit ton of extra money and gems. Alright. Let's foundation out of here. Head back outside. And then start playing in the atelier. And this time we're going to have a pile of steps. So we can play around as long as we want. And we have the running shoes. And a prism key, in case that becomes necessary. And just to put the little cherry on the top of the sundae, we're going to quickly run back inside and buy the chef salad from the kitchen, because it's only 2 rooms in, and it should give us like 50 steps. Oh, I can't. I can't use my money. Never mind. Damn. Oh well. In theory, that was a lot. Let me see how many that would have gotten us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It would have gotten us 55 steps. Which is pretty funny. Okay. Now let's figure out this puzzle. So. Lantern light in sketches cast a tint of truth to find our path. Hue of wisdom to turn us right, a shade of rain to pass the light through lantern light in shadows past. We seek what's left of the lies we cast. Lantern light, sketches cast a tint of truth. Yeah, the hue of wisdom, the tint of truth, right? Those, to me, are saying blue. Okay, so I want to find a couple of things. Game is struggling to deal with everything here. There's got to be something with all of these. Now, like this, for an example. Why do these have different shaded backgrounds, right? This has this kind of dark blue, this has this more standard blue background. And there's several that are like that. Maids' chambers, conservatory. Through lantern light. Where do we start? Here on red? Through lantern light. Huh. Tint of truth to find our path. Blue. A hue of wisdom to turn us right. Shade of rain to pass the light. See what's left of the lies we cast. God, this one controller goes out so fast. So the A Tint of Truth to find our path, to me, says we're starting here. Tint of Truth to find our path. This is us finding our path, right? Just see here. Oh, I don't think there's any other blue lanterns anywhere. Spare room is blue. pantry. This drops us off at red. Red can take us to the entrance hall. This is Arch Aries. Lamb and Lab. In the hall. Start over here really fast. Gotta be a reason for these, right? So this is the conservatory. This is Bear and Ear. That's gotta be Bear and Ear. This one here, this is the maid's chamber. This has got to be Clog and Cog. Entrance hall we think is Cane and Can. Pantry, I don't know. Pantry, I don't know. This is like... Hey, Chainsaw, how you doing? What's up is we are puzzling deeply. This looks like Harp and Harpoon, but I don't know if that actually says a thing. Then storeroom we think is Horn and Thorn. Cloister's a question mark to me. It's like Corn and Comb. This room, library, we think was like Bed and Bead. Gallery, I'm confused about. Like, this looks like Wait and Date. But those don't actually, like, rhyme or whatever. Those don't actually, like, have a letter missing. Wait and Eight. Wait and Eight. Should have thought of that before. Drawing room. I think it's just Pie and Pie. And this one, no. What is this room? This is the the hallway we think is lab and lamb. This is the bedroom, which I think is Harbor and Arbor. That's iffy, but that's what I think. This one I have no idea. This one is a major question mark. But it's the moon. And that's 18, which is the number in the poem, a sum of 18. Trot and tarot. Never mind, I figured that one out. This one I think is like crook, as in the crook of a cane, and rook. Kitchen. Pie and pier. I'm gonna say that I don't think this puzzle is meant to be that everything spells its way across, but instead you're supposed to get a message out of what rooms you pass through on your thing. This one I have no idea. The dining room, I'm like, that's like an orange and a farm. Oh, orange and range, I think is what we decided. Oh yeah, orange and range is what I thought of there. Observatory, I think I thought was that could be spear. Let's see, point. Lace. Lace and lance. Lace and lance. What is this one here? Is this East Wing Hall? Yeah. Gear and ear. Right? East Wing Hall, gear and ear. Lavatory. I don't think this one's gonna matter because I don't think we're gonna go in here at all. Right? Horse. What is this? This is a seed. This is leaf. Trot. Trot and tot because it's a seedling. I'm gonna leave a question mark on this one, and if we need to, we'll come back to it. This music room here, we have sign. It's like that's like a pot, right? Post and pot, maybe. Signpost, pot. Post and pot. Corridor. Spear and spar. Where are we now? We're at trophy room. Yeah. It's fine. That's a lunchbox. Lunchbox, or you could call it a lunch pail. Maybe. What is this? This is like we had harbor, right? Harbor for this picture before, harbor and arbor. Pier and whatever, sail. Launch and lunch. Launch and lunch, because it's the boat's launching. That's an interesting thought. What is this? Kitchen? We've already done kitchen. Billiard room. We haven't done billiard. Okay. So we've got a bone. A bone and one. Bone and one. We just go up here really fast. West Wing Hall. We decided this is farm and arm. And then we've got corridor in here, which this I think we decided was open and pen. This is passageway, which is next to that. Open and pen. And this one, what's my other one? Okay, we have book and brook, I want to say. This is dark room, book and brook. Okay, let's see. Laundry. Haven't been in here yet. This is a wrench. Or pliers. That could be plier and pier. Laundry is above the passageway. Plier and pier. There's the passageway again. Go through the dark room, because I think we have to, actually. Foundation is here. Oh, and I think this one we had no fucking clue. It's like a pot. Stream and steam. Stream and steam. Okay, let's see. We need ballroom, closet, spare room, basically. Here's spare room. Here's ballroom. So that's like pig. Boar, perhaps? No, it doesn't have tusks. Music. Notes. Pig. Pig, pig, pig. Hog, potentially. Score. Score. Score could be a thing. Score. That could be a sow. Show. This doesn't really have show. That could be a sow. This one I might have to have a question mark on. And then spare room. We have snail and sail. That's pretty easy. Okay. Parlor and closet. This is parlor. Rate and rat. Right. Den is right above it. And this one we decided was, I have no idea. Let's see, spear. That could be graph. That could be chart. That could be rate. That could be growth. Graph. Grab. Wrath. Rate. 8. Rat. I don't know. This one's confusing to me. Question mark. Where's closet? I don't think we're gonna need to go into the closet, but this is conference, which means closet should be like right here, right? Yeah. That's. Don't go in the closet. I'm not gonna go in. I'm just gonna look at the closet. I'm gonna look at it and remember the bad old days. Pig and pie. Yeah, I'm gonna put a question mark on that one too. Ugh, these are not easy. Farm. I'm gonna leave a question mark on this. Most of those paths don't go into, and I want to rewalk the red, orange, and purple paths and see if they spell out something with these missing letters. So I don't know that I need to go into all of these, just the ones that are on those 3 paths. Guest bed. Thorn, spine. It's like if they're not on one of the paths, they may actually be red herrings. Okay, where am I? Room. Vestibule. Vestibule we decided was wine and win, right? Chapel is 3 and tree. Nope, hang on. Oh, hang on, that's up here. Yeah. Three and tree. Pool is year and ear. Foyer. Book. Bach. Tome. Time. Read red for Christmas. This one is not part of anybody's path, is it? Archives is. I think this one was confusing the fuck out of me. Yeah, this was very confusing. Because there's no way banana's a part of this. So it could be like fruit. That could be like fruit, maybe peel. Horse. Yeah, this one's very confusing to me. And this is on 2 different paths. Pool, chapel. Gym. I do love you. Why do you ask? Place and lace. He wants something, and I want to know what it is. Okay, aquarium. Leash and lash. Coat check. Spear and peer. And spear and pear. Pump room. This one I had no idea. Feel about German food for dinner. The moose has a craving. I would be fine with that if that is what you want, my love. This one I have no idea what it's trying to say. Because there's no other word for pin. And that's pie. We've already talked about food play. We don't do that. Globe and lobe. Okay, let's go along the path. Orange takes us into the cloister. The cloister is one of the only fucking words we don't know. Comb and cob. Okay, so that's an M. So if we say this is M, we come out of here, follow the orange, go to the dining room. Dining room. Of course, it's this one. Orange and range. Yeah, dining is O. Come out of here this way. Go here to the foundation. The foundation, I think we decided was R. Right? Stream and steam. Hang on, I think we go through this way. No, this is backwards. This way. Foundation takes us up to archives. Archives, I have no idea. Archives takes us out to chapel, which we decided is tree and 3. And then to the vestibule. That doesn't say anything. That doesn't say anything at all. The only letter that could like go in there potentially would be like P at the archives for morph or something, and that doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah. That doesn't say anything. That got us to the orange. This is not the right path. Blue. go through here. Takes us out to green. Why are these two different colors? What are you trying to tell me, game? Three paths convene, three lines of light. Colors to count a sum of 18. The one left hidden remains to be seen. Vigilant and rose-wary. Alright, I need to quickly run to the bathroom. We'll take a quick pause right here. Alright, we're back. Alright. Through lantern light in sketches cast a tint of truth to find our path, a hue of wisdom to turn us right, a shade of rain to pass the light. Through lantern light and shadows past, we seek what's left of the lies we cast. So we know, here's what we know. We know the words. We know many of the painting combinations, but not all of them. We know how to get the violet, red, and orange paths to here so that this opens and says this was not the right path. Vault Boy Jake, hello, hello. Mwah. You can certainly have a kiss. How are you doing today? Better now? Love that. Hello, Lousy Gamer. How are you? Happy Friday indeed. Yeah, the Morajai boxes definitely correspond to the path that you're on. The fourth color, you're well, good to hear. The fourth color in the vestibule, however, archives, chapel, pool. Fourth color in the vestibule is Orinda Aries. It's black. And there's only one other box, I think, in the whole place that uses the Orinda Aries one, and that's the servants' quarters, I think, which is way down there. And, like, is a dead end. Oh, we are puzzling, we are puzzling. You just built a new PC? Oh my goodness, good job, good luck. Making a note of this. Pool is only on the red path. The foyer is not on any path. Yeah. The gym is on the red path. The West Wing Hall is on the violet path. Passageway is on the violet path. Closet. The closet is on the orange path. Interesting. Den. Where's my box? There it is. Den is on the violet path. Going about this in such a bass-ackwards way. The aquarium is on the gold path, which is not part of anything. Coat check is on the blue and black path. Interesting. So the coat check is relevant there, potentially. The pump room is on the violet path. The furnace is on the blue path. The servants' quarters is on the black path. That's a worm. It's an earthworm. What the frick? Guest bedroom is somewhere. Conference room. Is yellow or gold. Closet. Guest bedroom. This is gold and black. Dark room is orange. Missing one room up here. Laundry. Should be this one? No, that's the closet. Where the fuck is the laundry room? Dark room. Foundation. We're going the wrong way. Guest bedroom is here from the dark room. Laundry is around the side of it. Might be one of the ones I have to go through a room to get to. Yeah. Yeah. Laundry room is on the violet path. Go across. Here's the parlor. Parlor is on the green path. Okay, I'm going to put this, I'm going to change gold to yellow. Just to be clear from green. The parlor. Where am I? Parlor, den. Okay. Spare room is blue. Ballroom is blue. Foundation was like orange, I think. Yeah, foundation is orange. Trophy room was white. It's the only one that's Morajai, I think. This one's red. Billiard room is red. Which is interesting because billiard room has an orange and a purple light outside of it, not a red light. Nook is purple. Solarium is green. Bedroom is green. Conservatory is green. So those are all green right there. Which makes sense. Drawing room is violet. Hallway is blue. Dining room is orange. Kitchen is orange. Purple. Okay. Corridor was blue, I'm pretty sure. Back to the Nook. Kitchen. Corridor. Yeah. Corridor was blue. Music room was blue. The lavatory is green and yellow. East Wing Hall is blue. Observatory is blue. Dining. Cloister is red and orange. Which feels relevant. Storeroom is red. pantry is blue. The library is blue. The gallery, the entrance, and the maid's chamber. Here's the gallery. Gallery is blue. Entrance hall is yellow. And the maid's chamber, which is in reality a red and purple room, is violet. I think I killed on his old Golf Pokemon. Yeah, basically. Edgar, stop licking your paws. Edgar. Okay. So. We successfully have a pile of information that I don't know what to do with. Rooms that are interesting. Archives are red and orange. The cloister is red and orange. Those are on both those are on both paths. The guest bedroom is yellow and black, which is very interesting. The lavatory is green and yellow. Where is that? I took a picture of it. From the safe house. We have 126 steps. I can just go to it. I can just go there. Go through the door. I know, there's coins in the well. I think it just says that we seek what's in the shade of truth, but I want to confirm. That's it. We seek what's in the shade of truth. That is pantry, gallery, library, observatory. What's in music room? Music. Ballroom, the shade, spare room of truth is the furnace. Seek what's in the shade of truth. In the furnace, and it ends in the furnace. So if we start at the Blue Lantern and go through those 8 rooms, in that order. Okay. So can I get to the gallery using only red lights? Or does it go orange? Seek. What's no. What's in the up to ballroom shade of that's the parlor. That's the den. Truth. Now, if I just go to the vestibule from here, can I just go to the vestibule from there? There's no way to the vestibule without also going through the chapel or the pool, or crossing under a yellow light. Unless you can go around this way somehow. You can go around this way. Okay. Let's try that again. But the furnace being a dead end is very strange. But there's no other place that the word truth is shown. The only weird thing about this is that there are two other blue rooms, the hall and the corridor. Let's try this again. Blue. We seek what's yep, in the shade of truth, and I need to pass truth. Now, if I head out, don't go into any other rooms, and only go under red and purple and orange lanterns. Didn't do it. Hello, Dr. Krabby. How are you, gorgeous? Oh my goodness. We are puzzling our way through this.
and it is kicking my ass. What are you up to this fine Friday? You love it's one of my favorite games too. When it is not absolutely flummoxing me. I'm doing pretty well. We're enjoying this puzzle, but I won't say I'm not a little bit stumped at the moment. There is another Wii, but that one's on the violet path, not the blue path. Is there a way to do it where I stick with one color after? So if I do this, we seek. Can I get to... Is there a way to get to the gallery without passing through orange? There isn't. But I could try putting it together somehow. What if I tried putting it together? Right, what if we try this? Pantry. From the pantry, we come out here and we're at red. Red can take us into the cloister, which is red and orange. From the cloister, we can exit orange. Take orange over to the gallery. Which ends us out at orange again. Which that doesn't really work. Because then we end up on God, what are these meant to say? What are these meant to tell us, huh? Yeah, left. I feel like it's going to spell out another message, like, once I figure out the order. It can't be a coincidence that we seek what's in the shade of truth is here. That can't be a coincidence. Prison pristine, 3 paths convene, 3 lines of light, 3 shades foreseen, 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. That is still my biggest question mark here. 3 colors to count a shade of 18. Flattery will get you everywhere. The one left hidden remains to be seen. Where's my other message from great grandma or whoever this is? Right here. Dearest drawing son, I'm quite impressed. I didn't expect you to make it this far, yet if these words have reached your eyes, rest assured this end of the spiral is near. Stay vigilant and rose-wary. That's quite a word. For the thorns we discover are twice as sharp at the conclusion of each of our journeys. On final counsel I leave you, the waters of the Westspring shall yet reveal more secrets than these mere passages. That's how we got in here. I had so many plans, but not enough dreams. Your mother, Orave. Through lantern light in sketches cast, huh? You, blue lantern, are flummoxing me. What is this? Like, that looks like a harpoon and a harp, but that would be OOP or OO. No, OON. Oon. String and sting? That's kind of a stretch, isn't it? Harp and sharp. Harp and sharp. Okay, hang on. We S W A Oh my god, does this spell swan song? No, it doesn't quite. Swan. Wait, maybe it does. Shade. I don't know. Question mark. Of. It does, doesn't it? Truth. Swan song. God damn it. That also says swan song. Where is that? The ballroom? That's the spare room. This is O. Ballroom should be O. Song. Note. Tempo. That would be temp. That doesn't make any sense. Score. That would be scree. Scree. This has got to say swan song though. But why does it say swan song? What in the lavatory? Because maybe some of these I'm not getting right. So let's see. Missing if maybe some of these I'm not correct. Because that line now says Baron. B-R-O-N. Gate, gay. Hi, gay. Trot, tro, horse. Stallion. To me, this reads like gate, but I can't imagine what that would be making for that. That's like a seed, it's a shoot, it's a plant. But then, where would there be another T? It's life, it's growth. Let me look. Oh no, hang on. I think I hate it here. What if part of this puzzle is an erogen? Oh. Huam. H-U-W-A-M could be large house, like mansion. Where's my Eastwing Hall and my observatory? I need to make sure I got those right. Cloister. This has got to be gear and ear, right? What if that's... What if I got the hall wrong? Lamb and lab was what I had put. That's M. That's correct. Among. Okay, among. The lavatory, I don't know. Okay, I need to solve these pictures. Fuck my life. Okay, this is guest bedroom. Thorn. Those are thorns. Steam and stem. Steam and stem. This is conference room. I think this is going to be potentially a G. Range and rain? No. Farm, barn, barn and bar. Barn and bar. Is that it there? Den. We decided that this one was E, huh? Why did I say this one was an E? Oh, I didn't say anything for this one. Hang on, the one below it. The parlor. I said it was an E. Yeah, rate and rat. This one I cannot for the life of me. Pump room was also a complete mystery to me. We decided that this was globe and lobe. Pump room is a mystery. Servants' quarters. I don't even know what to make of that. Don't even know what to make of that. We seek what's in the shade of truth. So do I. So do I. Three entry. Pool. Year and ear. Right, I mean that's pretty clear. Foyer, we had no idea. Archives, we had no idea. Yeah, like what in the fuck is this supposed to be? Why does that spell out swan song? It spells out swan song, but why? We seek what's in the shade of truth. Solarium has the word through. And it has the number 18 on the thing. Three colors to count, a sum of 18. It's too many. Let me go back in here really fast, actually. Prism. Don't go where the path leads. The pantry ballroom. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. I'm gonna say, are there 18? But no, there's more than 18 things on the wall. Plus more here. The colors to count a sum of 18. The prism. whatever it is, I feel like the path is going to spell a new message somehow. What other words do we have in here that aren't part of We Seek What's in the Shade of Truth? That are in blue. We have lantern, shadows, pass, and that's it. Lantern, shadows, pass are the three words that are blue that are not a part of We Seek What's in the Shade of Truth. The 11 rooms. That have blue boxes in them. Plans. Really thought we might have had it there with the We Seek What's in the Shade of Truth. And yet that just forms Swan Song. Oh, jeez. feel like we're so close to this. It's gotta be this, right? Gotta be starting with this. And let's just cast a tint of truth to find our path. The only blue that we have. A tint of truth to find our path. That has to be starting here. If we go through here, that takes us to red. But it's weird that we're not passing through very many rooms here. So if we say that's a tint of truth to find our path, right? That's blue. And it also says a hue of wisdom, a shade of rain. Shade of rain would be purple, right? Hue of wisdom would be orange. We seek what's left of the lies we cast. Left of the lies, left red. But then how do we, through Lantern Light, we just cast a tint of truth to find our path? You have wisdom to turn us right. But how does that make any sense? Keep going. Past the light. No? I feel like I'm so close to on the right track. If you include the vestibule in the count, 3 colors to count a sum of 18, that does add up to 18 rooms if you include the vestibule. Hint of truth to find our path of healing. What if it's not individual? What if it's like What if we're following literal instructions? And this is taking us through only blue rooms. Yeah, these are taking us through blue rooms. So I was so close, it looks like. But the gallery was throwing me off. Oh. The fuck? This is the back side of the furnace. So it was We Seek What's in the Shade of Truth, just I had to go a slightly different way through. So we don't go to the vestibule at all? Unless... Okay. Whatever's in the middle. Green ones will be. Or the blue ones will be. I need to get... like that. Blue. What does that give me? Blue. What about... Oh. Hang on. The last will and testament of me, the Baroness Orave, I, Orave Mount Holly, architect, mother, and reluctant Baroness, being weak of body but perfect mind, but a perfect mind and memory, thanks be to Orinda, do make and ordain this document my last will and testament. As I commit my final wishes to paper, may it be done so in the tapestry and color of my life's work. May it be written under the tree of creativity and in the shade of truth that has sheltered my loved ones from the villainy of country and countrymen. In that same spirit of defiance, I hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore printed on common hueless parchment. I, first, being somewhat religious, give my soul to Rinna, my ashes to Vea, and the remainder to man, as will be detailed in the pages and clauses that follow this foolishly superstitious passage. In the second order, should my husband, Baron Thomas Sinclair, survive me, I grant him his choice of sentimental keepsake he may wish to retain in remembrance of me. As our union was never founded on material dependency, I make no provision for his future, nor for my eldest son, Herbert S. Sinclair, as he will, in due course, inherit his father's titles, enterprises, and fortune. However, the estate of Mount Holly, its many floor plans and storied secrets, are mine and mine alone to grant, and I have neither pledged nor suggested it will be granted to either of my children. Further details concerning its disposition to follow. I do, in the third order, bestow upon my youngest son, Simon, my library, including its books, manuscripts, and musings. For I have long believed that Simon, much like myself, finds greater delight in the realm of imagination than in the mundane realities of everyday life. I hope he cherishes these books, for within their pages lie doorways to endless worlds of wonder and knowledge. In the fourth order, one that I suspect will intrigue those I leave behind far more than the previous provisions, I hereby bequeath the entirety of the aforementioned estate Mount Holly to the individual that discovers the hidden room that contains the blue pages of this document, hence styled the Blue Testament of Orave. It is my firm belief that the challenge of uncovering this secret far outweighs any other measures of worthiness, and thus I entrust my beloved home to that deserving successor, without regard to the years that may pass or their familiar connection to my descendants who may have incidentally assumed possession of the estate in the interim. In the event that any of my relations or future kins are living on the estate when this worthy successor locates the Blue Testament, measures shall be taken to ensure their continued residence without fear of eviction or forced removal. The estate, being of generous size, is more than capable of accommodating multiple parties without inconvenience. It is with the understanding, however, that preparations for eventual relocation should be made, as such leniency will not be afforded to subsequent generations. I do hereby constitute and appoint my colleague and fellow practitioner of architecture, Quartus Aloysius Aaron of Trinsdale, the exclusive charge and office of executrix of this instrument. If ever the 46th room of my Mount Holly is discovered and the Blue Testament of Orave be delivered unto her hands, or unto any of her descendants, I do ordain that they shall bear sole dominion and discretion to override and render null any and all prior arrangements heretofore made in my stead, or in the name of my seed. I trust in her and in the generations that follow her to fulfill this role faithfully, in steadfast adherence to the wishes laid out in the foregoing pages of this document. Lastly, I have a final message to my worthy successor, you who have reached this final room. You who unearthed these pages hidden among the blueprints, buried beneath cryptic words and the prophecies of the past. You who have spent countless days wandering the chambers and passageways of your own curiosity, scouring for clues, hoping for answers, striving for that which you knew might forever elude you. To you, for whom satisfaction is a fleeting companion. To you who stands now at the end of your journey, triumphant, exhausted, and justly proud. To you I grant that which, in life, I have given no other, my esteem. It's a little cold. I've never given anyone else my esteem. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 16th day of April, 1952, Orave of Mount Holly. Blue. Why is it in the back of the furnace? That is so interesting. And so strange. I want to walk that path again. Because it does take us through we seek what's in the light, or in the shade of truth. Yeah, so it does say we seek what's in the shade of truth. It's just I went through the gallery the wrong direction. Huh. So it looks like that's it. I don't think there's any more to it. So I did look up as I was going through that the puzzle, the word puzzle, because I had gotten basically HESE, which I assume might be these. The second line I really couldn't get, and then I got Forge Baron Crest, and I assume that might be T among Huem Blessed. So I got most of that, and I looked up what the answer to that was, because if I'm not getting those pictures, I'm not going to get it. But it says, these vying plans forge Baron Crest among Huem Blessed. And it seems like that might be not any particular thing, just a weird thing to say, but what a wild ride indeed. I will say, if anybody knows, feel free to tell me if there is more to find in the atelier, or if that is the solution, is getting to room 46 in the atelier. I assume that is the end of it. Because, hey, look, another 45-room estate. Because that's... How fitting. We got that on day 146. Found room 46 in the atelier on day 146. I assume that's it. But if anyone knows, let me know. Wild. There's only... Assuming that's it. Assuming that is the last puzzle of the game. I only have one thing to do, and that's win the drafting strategy sweepstakes. Which means... Either way, I'm calling it a day here. But, which means I want to end in the break room. So that I have a key card for tomorrow. It's weird thinking about normal drafting stuff, but there we are. Nick, okay, let me show you. We did, and I was asking the chat if this is it. If this is everything there is. I mean, I know does it never end? It never ends, of course. But we seek what's in the shade of truth. Blue. Yeah, I mean, this flatly says, to you who stands now at the end of your journey. Like, this is the second thing we've gotten now that says this is the end. Although one of them was unclear. So, yeah. I did look up the drawings to find the last letters I was missing, but in the two drawing puzzles, because otherwise I was just gonna bang my head against the wall for that. And it seems like that is not... it seems like that is not necessarily true. Or not necessarily, it seems like it's not necessarily telling you anything. Yeah. The game suggests you're the first person to do this, you definitely not. No, I think the implication is clear that Mary solved this at some point, right? And that she set up the some of the hints to get you there. Right. Otherwise, that makes no sense. And also, her um, leaving you creating the tunnel with the blue room, with the blue door, right, leading to her thing saying, the old message goes, yes, it spells out swan song. That was why I was really nervous for a second. So you missed the bit where I was going through this, because I went and I was like, oh my god, we sequence in the Shade of Truth, right? I literally went to the underground to make sure I had that right. And then I spelled it out and I was like, oh my god, it says swan song. What the fuck? What if that's all it is just swan song? And then I went and I walked my way through We Seek What's in the Shade of Truth, but I did it slightly wrong. I went through the gallery backwards. And I was like, why isn't this working? And of course, and I also went to the vestibule. I wasn't like following the lanterns. And it wasn't until I figured out that it was saying a tint of truth is referring to the blue lantern, and then the other colors are, yeah, Mary obviously got there first because Mary's a baller, and we love her. But I now, as far as I'm concerned, only have one thing left to do in the game, and that is get my last trophies, which is the drafting sweepstakes. So we're going to call it a day here in the break room. I wish there were another screen here. It would be really cool after solving Orave's atelier and getting her will. You know how when you get to room 46 the first time in the main playthrough, it says your new home? It would be very cool if there was a special ending screen after getting Orave's will, because it essentially says not only is this your home now, but it is yours so unequivocally that not even future generations can take it away from you. There's lots of loose ends that feel like they should leave some. Yeah, Hugh and Blessed doesn't never end. There's a letter missing, of course. I still wish there were something to do with barren ground. But yeah, the biggest Chekhov's gun, exactly. Letter number 3. I will be very curious when they do make the next big update in the game, the one that's supposed to add Dirigiblocks, if he adds more puzzles to it. I will be very curious about that. But Chekhov's rocket launcher. All right, now I need to make Moose write me a book that has Chekhov's rocket launcher in it. Okay. We're going to end the stream now. That's going to be the end of Blueprints for today. As much as I want to keep going and work on the drafting sweepstakes, I think this is a good stopping point. We solved the atelier. We got to what seems to be the end of the game. Especially as there's a couple things that missing that key up the rest of the puzzle. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, we've gotten to the end of the game, the last ending. I love when people come into the stream, they're like, "Didn't you finish this game?" I'm like, "Girl, don't even get me started." Didn't you get to the end of this game? Yeah, which end? Which end? Gotten to the end several times over now. And I will say, I do not know. Does it never end? Exactly. I do not know if we will do more Blueprint streams. I know I have the last trophy to get, but I also don't know if I will bother streaming that or if I'll just do that off stream like I did with the day one challenge. This might be the last Blueprints stream for the foreseeable future, which is sad, but also it has to happen at some point, and I can't think of a better point. Obviously, if the update comes out and it adds a whole bunch of stuff that I want to solve, obviously we can do that. I may decide to do a let's do the drafting sweepstakes stream, and if I finish early, I'll just switch to a different game. Obviously, we can do that, but this has been one of my thoughts on the game now that I'm done. It's blown me away. Like this game, as I've said many, many times, this game it has exactly the type of like thinking and brain teasing that I really respond to. I absolutely loved every minute of it, and yeah, like it's easily one of my favorite games that I've ever played. Certainly, like probably the game that's had the biggest impact on me this year. Like people talk about game of the year, that kind of stuff, and like for me, I think there are a lot of good contenders for that kind of thing, but this has been my game of the year, and it's certainly the game I've spent the most time on. Shoo in for puzzle game of the year. Yeah, anybody that's doing a puzzle game of the year, sure. Anyway, Blueprints is probably my game of the year, if not, but I understand that it is not necessarily the game of the year. But yeah, we're going to end